Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. I'm filming this in my storage unit today being Wednesday, and it's New Comic Book Day. And I went to my local comic book shop, which is All Star Comics in Melbourne, and I picked up this stuff. Now, there's a bit of a, as always lately, there's a bit of a problem with shipping. So they had some DC but not Marvel, or they had some Marvel but not DC. It was a bit of you know stuffing around, and some of the stuff is going to arrive tomorrow, which is unfortunate because I won't be back into the comic book shop until next week. So I only picked up a small helping of stuff. I went and had a look on the shelf, but there wasn't anything there that really caught my interest. I did see the latest issue of Iron Man. I've been toying up with trying an issue of Iron Man, but yeah, I can't really make the jump. Wolverine looked good, but it was $4.99 an issue, and yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about the stuff I didn't buy. I'm going to talk about the stuff I did buy, and the first one I want to show off is issue 8 of X Factor, or issue 300. I didn't realize that this was the 300th issue, and like they used to do, like they like to do, they like to show off all the covers of all the X Factor comics, and I think there's probably about 20 or 30 issues that I don't have, but I did notice something. They cut straight from the night. Where is it? So yeah, they cut straight from the 90s series, which ends with issue 149, and then they go straight into the Peter David run with Ryan Sook on art duties. They didn't include the 4-issue miniseries that happened in the interim. So this, if you want to be technical, this is actually issue 304. But I'll put it to you guys. Do you include miniseries if they have the same name as the regular issue? As the regular title. I do. I count the miniseries because they're effectively, they're part of the story, and they're there to gauge interest, to see if these books can become a regular series. But anyway, 2 more issues to go, and then I think this is done, which is unfortunate because I have been enjoying it. The previous 7 issues have been a bit of fun. I like how Mark Russell is not really taking things too seriously, and with issue 7, he brought back Forget Me Not, a character that I was fairly interested in, but after the fact. So I'm picking up all his issues, which isn't a lot, but yeah, it was a bit of a surprise to see Forget Me Not in there. Now, moving on, we have issue 37 of Swamp Thing, the first appearance of John Constantine. Well, some people say it's the first official. There's cameos, there's panel appearances, but this is the big one. And I remember probably about 4 years ago now, this was the big book that I bought. The first big book, the first big key that I started collecting when I thought, yeah, you know what, I'm going to start getting the keys. This was the first one I saw, and I bought it, and I was very happy. I remember my brother said, "What did you just do?" There was a payment for a fair bit of cash, and I had to explain, yes, I bought this. And he's like, okay. But then, yeah, so DC have done a facsimile edition, and then even though I've read this issue, it's nice to have the facsimile edition to read again. Lastly, what am I saying lastly for? Nextly, we have Sabretooth, The Dead Don't Talk, by Frank Thierry. I don't know if this is the last issue. No, it's the second last issue, I think. Or this could be a 6-part series. I don't know. It's either 5 or 6. I'll assume it's a 6-issue series. But this has been a lot of fun. If you're a fan of New York history, or the movie Gangs of New York, this is right up your alley. And Sabretooth fits in really well with that time frame. And Frank Thierry tells a very action-packed story. So I'm glad I put this on my order, especially after the fact, because the first 2 issues had come out and I snapped them up. and then read the third issue, really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to reading this. The next one is New Champions issue 2. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Steve Fox. Usually when I see Steve Fox's name on the series, it's a no-go for me. I don't find his writing style good. I just don't. Yeah, I don't want to criticize him. I won't criticize him. But yeah, when I see his name, I don't buy the series. But I did read the first issue, and I was really impressed with how much fun it was. So this is not so much the champions as you remember them from like the 70s or even the early 2000s. This is like legacy characters, and they're all coming together for a particular reason, which I won't spoil. But yeah, I bought the first issue and I thought about it for a while, and then I saw something on Facebook, or there was another YouTube channel that was saying that this is like a first appearance of a character, or something to that effect. And so I called up All Star and I said, put this down for my regular series order. I'll pick up the rest, because yeah, I was quite impressed with the first issue. Next up, we have Hell Hunters issue 4, and this is just a bunch of fun. Captain America, Bucky, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Nick Fury in World War II. Yeah, it's as fun as you can imagine it to be. It's gritty, it's action packed. There's some really fun scenes, especially in the previous issue, with Bucky and Ghost Rider and a tank. Yeah, glad I didn't just pick up the first issue of this. But yeah, it's issue 4. Next up, Green Lantern Corps issue 2, and as you can see, we've got Kilowog and Guy Gardner, and let's have a look. Okay, so we've got Passerin on art duties. Passerin is a really heavily detailed artist, and he always brings the goods. The first issue was very wordy, very full of exposition. I was a little bit disappointed because I'm a big fan of the current series of Green Lantern, and I think this was a little bit of a misstep by Jeremy Adams. I think it's a story by Jeremy Adams, and he's not doing the actual writing. Yeah, it just felt very sluggish for a first issue, and I'd like to see them concentrate on more of the alien Green Lanterns rather than the Earthbound Green Lanterns, when that's what we have the regular Green Lantern series for. But yeah, more Kilowog, more Gnort, more Salak, more Tom Array. Yeah, yeah. Okay. There we go. Issue 2 of Green Lantern Corps. Now, I've got 3 more to go, so thank you for sticking with me. We have issue 31 of Detective Comics, a facsimile edition, and it's a big boy. I'm flicking through. I'm not actually showing you, but yeah, it's in old cardstock paper, and very reminiscent of how it looked when it first came out. But yeah, you can kind of not be so much rough with it, but you can, certainly if you had the original issue 31, you wouldn't be handling it the way I'm handling it now. Yeah. I did a recent video where I was talking about the reprints and the facsimile editions, and I buy them and I don't read them. And this will go on the pile of books to eventually be read, but not for a long while. But yeah, it looks really good. I'm really happy to get this. As also this one, Batman Adventures issue 12, the first appearance of Harlequin in continuity. But I was thinking about this last night. Yeah, last night of all nights. I kind of forgot that this was in my order. Is this considered canon, this series? Because this was based on the Batman cartoon series, which I don't know. I mean, the series, the cartoon series is really, it's good enough to be in canon, but I just don't know. But anyway, I have another reprint of this, and so this is my second reprint. and I'm happy to have it. Yeah, there we go. Now, lastly, we have issue 3 of Aquaman, and the first issue was just a whole lot of story and fair bit of action, really nice artwork. But yeah, it was just like Jeremy Adams had all these ideas and he wanted to get to them straight away. The second issue was a bit grotesque, where Aquaman is controlling water, but he's controlling the water in his blood, uh, which is a bit full on. But I don't know what this is about. I saw this on the shelf. I haven't flipped through it at all because when I saw it on the shelf, I knew it was in my standing order. And this will be on the top of my reading pile tonight because it's Aquaman and I am a big fan. Now, before I finish up, I just want to say this is the 800th video that I've shot. That shot and that I'll be posting. So I'll be posting this first thing tomorrow. So if you've watched every single episode of mine, I bring them out daily. I thank you, and I got to ask, what do you think? 800 episodes. Wow. When I first started this, it was a bit of fun. I thought, let's see how I go about doing it. But it's really expanded into something that I love coming down here and showing off the books. I've recently been doing spotlight videos. They've been a lot of fun. But I've got a lot of parcels arriving hopefully tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they're arriving tomorrow, but there's a lot of parcels and there'll be a lot of fun things to show off. So I've got maybe a few unboxing videos to show off, and I'm looking forward to doing that. And I hope you come along for the ride. But to everyone who's following me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please let me know what you think of the books, what you think of the video, and also the channel. And thank you for letting me stumble and stutter through this one. I will catch you next one. Bye, guys.